All right, everyone. Thanks for watching Cheap Shot. This is Good Guy with Guns, September 20th through the 26th. We're going to go through it really quickly. Still working on my tracker, so I don't have all the data in yet. I only have 240 events, when in reality, we have close to 600 events. So it's taking me some time. Bear with me. This tracker will be in the description, as always. So, September 20th. Armed robbery reportedly shot by clerk at Broward gas station, Broward County, Florida. Why is it always Broward County, Florida? Police near Fort Lauderdale are investigating an early morning shooting at a gas station. They were called at 5 a.m. to an armed robbery in progress. Deputies, upon arrival, located the suspect suffering from multiple gunshot wounds at a McDonald's next door. The subject was pronounced dead at the hospital. The clerk fired his weapon self-defense, striking the suspect. The clerk is fine. So, armed robbery in Florida. Don't do that. Let's see here. Next one. We have Waukegan attempted home invasion leaves 2 dead. Gun recovered. This is in Illinois. Waukegan police said an attempted home invasion left 2 men dead in the front yard of a home Tuesday morning. I cannot remember the last time we had 2 people try and break into a home. If that is what happened when they were shot in the front yard, said the police commander. This is an isolated, specific incident, and I do not remember anything like this happening. Okay. Thanks, bro. Cool story. The shooting happened at around 10 a.m. Tuesday. Someone inside the home called 911 after 10 a.m. after they said 2 men armed with a gun tried to break into their house. They thought the house was empty. They didn't think anyone was there. The aunt, who only gave her first name, Lorena, said her niece was home around 10 a.m. when the 2 men came to the door disguised as gas company employees or something similar. Always ask for ID. Always ask for that, that gas company ID or whatever. They're knocking the door down with their feet. She's opened a little bit to see who it was. Don't do that! And they forced themselves in. Huddled inside the home, she said her niece screamed for help. All I know is she started yelling for the roommate, and he came up, and that's when he went back down and got a gun and came back up. She said the roommate started firing from inside the house, and police said one of the 2 attempting intruders fired 2. It was like 2 to 3 intervals. I heard a dun 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 dun. My dog were barking. That's why I came to my door to check. Oh, this is a neighbor. Police said they aren't sure who fired first. Doesn't fucking matter. But they said both alleged intruders were shot dead in the front yard. Everyone inside the home was shaken up, but okay. So we have... Next one, we have Montana. Man fatally shot while assaulting woman in Billing Heights. Police said Tuesday the man was fatally shot. Billing Heights resident was killed while assaulting a woman. Happened 4 a.m. on Monday. At a residence. Died after being taken to the hospital. Determined that he traveled from Roundup. Prior to the shooting, Coulter was assaulting the woman, police said. The woman was strangled and pistol whipped, and Coulter tried to force her to leave with him. Never go to a second location. When Coulter put a gun into the woman's head, a 30-year-old man who lived with her shot him, police said. The names of the woman and the 34-year-old have not been released. Investigation is ongoing. So that's Montana. Next one we have Washington. Title of the story, I reached over, got my shotgun, cocked it. Grandma fends off would-be burglar. A 78-year-old woman from Spanaway held an intruder at gunpoint after finding the man breaking into her home, according to the sheriff's department. The woman, who goes by Sandy, knew something was wrong when her dog, Boo Boo, started barking Sunday night. I opened my door, and standing right 2-3 feet in front of me was a man. We looked at each other for a few seconds, and he turned and started to leave. I said, "Oh, no, you don't. You stay right here." Sandy said her neighborhood had been plagued by crime recently, resulting in her car being prowled twice. When she came face to face with the intruder, she wasn't about to let him run away. I reached over, got my shotgun, and I cocked it. I told him to stay right there. I don't know why I'm giving her that accent. Told him to sit on the steps. I followed him out, and I stood there with the shotgun waiting for the police to come. If this was Sandy's first time using a shotgun, she had gotten years ago to protect her family as a single mother. She was initially scared to death while holding the intruder at gunpoint. The grandmother, see, this one is the one I'm going to be on the fence about until I got to this sentence. The grandmother asked why he tried to break in and was alarmed to hear some of his answers. The Pierce County Sheriff's Office reported the man told deputies he was looking for his wife and had talked about how God had sent him. That's that's kind of scary. I mean, on one hand, home invasions are not allowed; they're illegal. But on the other hand, a dude knocking and you point a shotgun at him, I'm gonna go with that's still a defensive gun use. Remember, shots don't need to be fired to be a defensive gun use. We got Minnesota.
Well, police say
Minnesota homeowner arrested after fatal Minneapolis shooting. A Minneapolis homeowner is now in custody following a fatal shooting in the city's north side. They were called to the residence 11 p.m. on reports of a shooting. When police officers arrived, they found a man suffering from a gunshot wound. First responders worked to save the man on the scene. He was rushed to the hospital where he died a short time later. Police at first said it appeared the homeowner found the man inside the home and a fight began, during which the intruder was fatally shot. But later Friday morning, investigators updated the situation, saying the homeowner and the man knew each other and was not a home invasion or random incident. The homeowner was arrested. We'll monitor this one. So we're going to take this because we got a new fancy chart. We can do things like this. Boom. We can highlight, we can come back. We can look at that later. Washington on the 25th. Aberdeen Police Department looking for a suspect after incidents in Aberdeen. Aberdeen Police Department are looking for a suspect after an incident today at an intersection. Received a report of a citizen from a citizen. This is going to be a confusing one. Just hold on. Received a report from a citizen of a man pointing a handgun at another man. The armed man had gone to a residence that was supposed to be secured, but had the door kicked in. APD says when the armed man arrived, another man came at him with a baseball bat. The armed man drew his weapon and backed off, and at that point, Aberdeen police arrived on the scene. Witnesses tell, the man, blah, 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 that the man with the bat escaped at the back of the residence. So, it looks like there was a house that was supposed to be closed, and the door kicked in, and a guy went over there with a gun, and then a guy came at him with a bat, and then the guy with the bat ran off. The armed man was licensed to carry a firearm. No injury was reported. So, very, very confusing all-around story. And our last one, Turtle Creek man shot and killed by girlfriend after hours of abuse. A 24-year-old man killed in Turtle Creek early Saturday morning was shot by his girlfriend after hours of domestic abuse, according to the county police. The Allegheny County Medical Examiner Office, this is in Pennsylvania, identified the man as Nigel Brodus. Police said the abuse started around 2 a.m. Saturday when the 28-year-old woman was repeatedly assaulted and held against her will for about 3 hours. During the assault, police said Mr. Brodus threatened to kill her and began looking for her legally purchased firearm, which she kept in the house. The woman was able to find the firearm first. Was it finding if she knew where it fucking was? And shot Brodus as he came toward her, said police. She then left the house at 5:14 a.m. First responders found Mr. Brodus multiple gunshot wounds and pronounced him dead at the scene. So this girl is getting beat for 3 hours. All right, that's all for today. Just a couple. Here's our chart with the exact numbers. Once again, don't mess with Texas. California coming up behind. When we talk about population density, we got Wyoming and Montana coming up first with New Hampshire. Still working on getting things up to date, so we're not going to do a big ol' breakdown of that like we do before. Like I said, I still have like 300 instances to put in there, and then that's not even including the other analysis that I plan on doing, which, to be honest, I don't think I'm going to be able to get to. That's just going to take too dang long. As we can see, a lot of these are no longer their link is no longer available, so I kind of got to search around for it a little bit more. Maybe I should start putting the headline in there too, but we'll get there eventually. It'll take some time, so give me a break. Please leave a like, please subscribe, please comment, let me know if I missed anything. Please share this. I'd much appreciate it. 10% of all YouTube revenue goes to Gun Owners of America. Not that it's a lot, but it's given them about not 300, I wish, $30 so far. So once again, thanks for watching Cheap Shot. Thanks for watching Cheap Shot.